That steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Somebody wrong my mirror. That was just the first thing that came to mind. How's everybody doing today? My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the World of 5K Subs. If you are new to the channel, I don't know. You might be new to the channel. You might be old to the channel. I don't know what it is. You read the title. There's not much to say here. I guess I'll start off with saying, regardless, this surprised me. It obviously is something, an opportunity, a chance that I thought could happen. It's something that I brought up in video after video after video after video. But for the Dream to make a splash, you have to shout out the Dream for what they've done, not only with this move, but in the last two off seasons. Last year, bringing on Tina Charles, that was a huge get. This year, you read the title. You know who's coming to the city, man. I ain't even got to say it, but so big ups to the Dream front office for getting that done. Big ups to the Dream players down there, the trio of players down there in Miami at Unrivaled right now with BG. That's Ryan, Leash, and Jordan Canada. Salute to them and their recruiting efforts as well. Obviously, BG's already in the TikToks and stuff like that. They already have a video together. All of the things. My first initial reaction when I saw it, I was literally shocked that something like that actually happened. I feel like it rarely happens in Atlanta. Maybe with the Braves, it happens a little more often. You know, you think of the Matt Olson deal and then the outfielder that they just got from the Pirates. Maybe it happens with them. Obviously, United kind of swung out the gates when they first came in 2017 and things like that. Put a bunch of money and put the best possible team on the field. A couple years later, they win the MLS Cup. It's not many other examples in Atlanta where you just see Atlanta landing a big name like this in a traditional way, like free agency. So obviously, you know, some people are going to say BG isn't who she used to be. Still BG. And BG right now in 2025 is still a serviceable NBA player, WNBA player. And you know, hey, that's a big win and a big upgrade for the Atlanta Dream. You know, you were dealing with Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, who was an all-star at the center position, but she was undersized. You know, she's a 4. Now you can move Cheyenne back to the 4 position. You can move Naz Hillman off the bench, kind of keep the team in. You got Shatori Walker coming off the bench as well as a backup guard for Jordan Canada now. It's looking like a very, very nice unit. The Dream have always looked nice on paper, but I really, really like this move in terms of kind of going from Tina Charles to this. I do feel like it's an upgrade. Tina Charles had an amazing season last year. At the end of the day, she's a 5 at this point of her career, but she's kind of like still in size-wise like a 4. So it's like even though she was doing everything that she was doing offensively, wasn't really translating to wins because the defense wasn't always up to par at the same level. But Tina Charles, you know, all the respect in the world for coming a year out of retirement. She looked, in my opinion, way better than she looked when she was in Seattle and Phoenix the year before she was kind of left out of the league and forgotten and things of that sort. Like that as an afterthought. So with all of these things, I do want to say congratulations to the Atlanta Dream front office in the city of Atlanta. You know, BG is a huge fan favorite over there in Atlanta.
Right.
So to have, you know, her come to Atlanta, maybe that will help with the fan support as well. You know, the fan support for the Dream is always strong, but when you have some road players come in, some people like a BG, some people like a Asia Wilson, some people like a Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, the crowd is heavily on the side of those players. So, you know, maybe this helps kind of grow the Dream or keep the Dream fan base solid as well. So anyways, here we go.
Right here. Boom, boom. Well, I actually messed up on my intro. I need to introduce my new teammates because I will be joining the Atlanta Dream, yo. Get it. Hey, let's get this, bro. Let's get it. Let's do this, okay?
See, now I'm really going
Yeah. Let them see it. So free agency has been everything I wanted it to be. Honestly, I was able to find where I wanted to go. And honestly, what led me to that decision ultimately was the team, the players, as individuals, and then also like my family. So, I mean, I'm thrilled for this chapter. It's my first time going into free agency, and it was cool. You know, it's a hard decision because you're leaving what I've known for my whole career. But there's an exciting factor of like, okay, like this is like a rebrand now. Like this is like I get to show them like something different. All right, that's a wrap on BG Outside the Lines. I want to thank my teammates for being here, making this day special for me. Damn it. Thank you. Yeah, outside the paint.
Rod Wave, please don't get me out of here, bro. Rod Wave, please do not get me out of here, bro. I heard it in the background. I was like, Rod Wave, please don't. BG just had to use Rod Wave in the background. But I think she did that on purpose. She didn't want us to eat. I will have to remember to clip that out when I repost this. Anyways, yeah, man. Big move. First of all, it was surprising to see Brittney Griner leave Phoenix. It just seemed like one of those things where she would have been a lifetime Mercury, something like a Diana Taurasi. Once again, this goes back to Taurasi. There were rumblings about her retiring last week. They were like, I think she's played her last game in a W. Then Alyssa Thomas, the trade to her going to Phoenix gets announced, and that's a big deal earlier today. And some people are like, I think DT's coming back to win a ring with AT and Kyle Copper and Sophie Cunningham and all of these things, right? And then a few hours later, Brittney Griner's like, I'm not staying. I'm leaving Phoenix for the first time, and I'm going to the ATL. What the heck? It's crazy. But someone called this. Jamila called this. Jamila Johnson called this the first year BG got back from Russia. First year BG got from Russia, she was in Atlanta. She had mad love. She took like this big old selfie and like she posted it and said, she's a big hit here in Atlanta, and then put the eye emojis. I still cannot believe that this actually happened. I'm not even going to lie to you and say, oh, yeah. I just, it's difficult to comprehend that someone who you would thought was going to be a lifetimer in a different uniform, even if BG went to Vegas, because I expected BG to go to Vegas completely. So the fact that she didn't even go to Vegas, even if she did that, I still would have been shocked. It would have been the same reaction. So BG is still BG at the end of the day. This year, these days, there's not many elite bigs in the league. So you can say, oh, BG's not what she used to be, this and that. There's not that many elite bigs in the league. That's why, when I was saying Flage is going to be the number one pick of 2026, what happened? What happened when I said, people were like Lauren Betts. And I'm like, man, Lauren Betts might be the number one pick next year because there's just not that many elite bigs in the league, like elite, legit 6'6" and over centers in the league. There's not many elite of them right now. So with that being said, man, let me pull up some of BG's stats from last season, everything like that, because BG is still a serviceable player, in my opinion. She's still a serviceable player. Here you go. Last season, yeah, she averaged nearly 18 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, a half a steal. How many blocks did she have last season? Yeah, she averaged 1.5 blocks, 2 blocks in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So BG still BG at the end of the day. She averaged around the same amount as her career lifelong average of 17 points. That's what Diana Taurasi on the team. You know what I'm saying? So, the dream. I have to give hats off to the dream, bro. I just did not expect this, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you and act like, oh, I knew it the whole time. My crystal ball. This was huge. For sure. Let me see if I can see anything else. Brittney Griner, Shatori and Nia Coffee all played for Phoenix in 2020. What else do we have? This is Aya, just giving her goodbye to BG, all the years in Phoenix and things of that sort. BG, a cool person too, like mad cool. Just a side note, like randomly one time she was in like Arkansas for a week, just trying a bunch of like local places and food trucks in Arkansas. Her and her wife. It was like mad random. I saw it on Facebook. Like one of my buddies on Facebook was sharing it from, I guess, one of their friends in Arkansas who owns food trucks out there. It's like crazy. All right, so hold on. Where we at? So there's this. They said I see the vision with the. Oh wow, she did it. She did it the day after the 24-year anniversary of Welcome to Atlanta. That's crazy. Let me see. This is shout out to Megan, by the way. Megan, she was just saying that with Tanisha Wright being gone out of Atlanta, Tanisha was a large reason why Tina Charles came over to Atlanta, because that was her former teammate in New York for so many years. And now that they part ways from her, it was kind of more than likely ended the Tina Charles chapter in Atlanta. And there was that. Let me see what else we have. Do we have anything else? Yeah. Free agency hasn't even started yet. Free agency doesn't start until like what, Friday? Is it Friday the 1st? If today's the 28th, you have the 29th, Tuesday, the 30th. What's today? Monday? Yeah. 29th, Tuesday, the 30th, Wednesday, Thursday, the 31st. Yeah, Friday. We don't even start until Friday, but hey, it is what it is. You see what's going on right now. AT to Phoenix, the number 2 pick, Olivia Miles to Seattle, Kelsey Plum to LA, and Jewel Lloyd to Vegas. We are cooking. Tasha Cloud to Connecticut, Rebecca Allen to Connecticut. Is getting Shures. I don't know if the Dream are gonna make one more splash, because they made 2 big splashes with the backup PG and now a center. I don't know if they're gonna go for one more. If they're gonna go for a Satu, sadly, I don't know what the money is even looking like, to be honest. But if they can sneak in a Satu, if New York can't get Satu, if it falls through the cracks, I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll see. I don't know who's going to Indiana. I don't know who's. I expected Indiana to get somebody big. Is it Satu, or is Satu just going to New York? I expect Indiana to get somebody to be big. That's what I expected going into the free agency, going into the offseason. I don't know. I don't know if Indiana's going to get one of the big names or anything like that. Maybe the big name for them is just keeping Melissa on the roster, keeping her coming off the bench and stuff like that, and keeping that firepower. So we'll see what happens. This was just my initial reaction to Brittney Griner. The reaction, I was just like, what? They pulled it. You could tell. Oh, I always have faith. I did not. I'll be the first one to tell you, I did not. I did not have faith that the Dream were going to make a big splash after I saw the first couple moves and I heard the rumors about who was going where. I did not expect it. But the Dream proved me wrong, man. The Dream proved me wrong. We were talking about facilities. I want to say that I feel like the WNBA players in large, I feel like Brittney Griner was the first move that went against that. But the WNBA players in large are making a huge statement this offseason, almost like a boycott or a strike of sorts, where it's like we are going to the teams and we are prioritizing the teams where their ownership groups have already placed the franchises as a priority and expediting the process of developing facilities. So having facilities for them and stuff like that. You see the Aces, you see the Mercury. AT, she's complaining about the lack of facilities up in Connecticut after they took the team to the finals and the semifinals for X amount of years in a row. And now she goes to Phoenix where they have facilities. You talk to Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd is unhappy in Seattle. She wants to go to Vegas where they have facilities. Brittney Griner, before she chose the Dream, was looking at Vegas And another reason why Candace Parker ended her career in Vegas is because she said, I just want my own locker. Can I have my own locker before I go out? I grinded for so-and-so seasons in the W. Can I just go out with my own locker on a stacked team with nice facilities and nice equipment and things of that sort? You hear Angel Reese talking about the facilities that are on the horizon in Chicago. Facilities are on the horizon in Indiana. Facilities are on the horizon in New York. Facilities are on the horizon in Atlanta, which I exclusively broke on here. But yes, facilities are on the way in those cities. But the teams and the franchises that already have them, I feel like they have a head start here. So we shall see what happens, everything like that. But I feel like the players in the top market value players and everything like that are making their choices and their statement abundantly clear right now. And is another thing, maybe perhaps with Satu, that hey, you want us, you want the top talent. Well, we have the power, we have the leverage, and kind of have to salute Braun for that, for what he did in 2010 of giving the players. I know this might sound out of, but if you just kind of draw it back of giving the power back to the players, it makes sense and stuff like that. And you have the reality that we have right now, just like we're going to where we want to go to because we're going to places that prioritize the players. So that's it. That's all I have to say. That is my rumble. That is my ramble. I think the dream keep Nas Hillman. I think the dream keep pretty much everybody else on the roster right now. I don't know about Aerial Powers. I know Aerial Powers. I don't know if she might still be there, but yeah. But yeah, you're talking about this team. They're going to run. They're going to get up and down now with the new coach. A lot of threes. So, and now you have a big in the middle of it that can spread the floor as well. She can space out as well. She can pick and pop if need be as well. So I think that'll be an interesting fit. And just huge for the city of Atlanta once again with like their fans. They already sold out all the season tickets for the second season in a row. They sold out the season tickets before free agency even opened, which is ridiculous. They've outgrown the Gateway Arena Center down there in College Park next to the airport, Hartsfield-Jackson International. And yeah, they are also working on finding a new home, State Farm in particular, getting that done as soon as their contract runs out with Gateway Arena. So beautiful things on the horizon for the Atlanta Dream, but the better news is that it's already looking like it's already kind of in motion right now. The Dream have had a good team on paper for the last few years. This time you're adding a bigger name than usual to the fold. Plus, you got a new coach and a whole new style. How's this style going to translate over to the WNBA? Well, the Sparks coach as well, the coach over from Utah, has a similar playing style of the threes, run and gun. I think we're going to see a little bit of different WNBA next season with the playing style. Hopefully it doesn't go too far NBA, because that's one of the things that we like with the W, or at least myself. I still like that it still reminds me of the game of basketball that I grew up watching. And yeah, but we'll see what happens. My name is Rashad Milligan. As always, this is the road to 5K subs. If you are new to the channel, until next time, you all please take care. Oh yeah, we not tolerating no trolls. If you want to make a troll or a joke about Brittney Griner, we ignoring you. I ain't gonna report you to the authorities over an internet comment, but we gonna ignore you. And that's going to eat you up even more because you wanted that attention, because you didn't get that attention as a child. Now we're really talking, huh? You're a tough guy, huh? Let me get out of here. All right, peace.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.